aboyandhisdogs here playing Hexcells. We're going to move on to puzzle 6-4 tonight. Okay, we're going to start with our zeros first. It's always easiest to do. Alright, for our -2, we know the two have to be separated. We can eliminate the middle one. Now we can take care of some of the easy moves that are around that. Alright, another -2, we know it will be this one, and the center will be eliminated. Let's look at our column of 7. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, so we can mark all those as blue. Deselect our 7. Again, taking care of some of the easy ones. Now down here we have our 3, so we can eliminate that one. Mark the rest for that 5. Alright. So we're going to go ahead and head back over to the center area again. This here we have 1, 2, 3. Okay, for our -3, we know the outsides will have to be blue no matter what. And for this 2, we're still not quite sure about that one yet. Let's go ahead and look at our bracketed 2 here. We know no matter which way we go, the center will have to be blue. And for this -2, we know the outsides will have to be blue. And the middle will be eliminated because they have to be separated. For this 3, we have 1, 2, 3. Alright, so hopping over to the right here. If we look at our row of 5 here, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, only one left to make the 5th there, so we can deselect that. And if we look at our bracketed column of 3, we have 2 down here, so we know that we can't use those 2 because they'll have to be connected, so it will be these 3 up here. Alright. And if we look at this row here, we have 1, 2, 3, so we can eliminate the others here in that row. Deselect our 3 there. And for this 3, we have 1, 2, 3. We have our 3 there now. We have our 4, and the 3 is solved for that. For this 4, we'll mark that to make the 4 around that. We have our 3 around the 3, and our 2 around the 2. Okay, let's see, where is our next move going to be? Alright, so over on the right, if we look at this column of 3, we have 2 out of our 3, so we know only one of these 2 will be blue. And so for this -2, we already have one next to it, and we know that one of these will be blue, so that will solve for this 2. So that means these 2 won't be blue. We can eliminate those. So for this 4, we have 1, 2, 3, 4. We can now fill in our blue there, deselect our 3. And so here we know only one of these 2 will be blue for this -2 to work. And for this -3, we know the outsides will always have to be blue no matter what. Again, because if we eliminate, let's say this one, that means the 3 blues will have to be next to each other, and we know there has to be a space. And it works for either side. So we can mark those 2 as blue. For this 3, we have 1, 2, 3. Alright, so hopping over to the left, if we look at this row of 5, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 already there, so we can eliminate the rest in that row. For this 2 down here, we know it'll have to be this one or this one since it has to be connected to the existing one that's already there, so we can eliminate that outside one. Alright, let's work our way back up this chain here. Alright, so here we've solved for our 1, we can eliminate this one. Now we can solve for our 2. Alright, we have our 1 there, so we can eliminate this one. And for this one, we know that will have to be blue. And some more zeros, which are always welcome. For this 2 we have 1, 2. For this 3 we have 1, 2, and 3. Alright, so we can go ahead and deselect our 5 now. Alright, so towards the center, if we look at this row of 3, we already have our 3 there, so we can eliminate this one here. Go ahead and deselect that. And this dash 2 down here, we already solved for that, so we'll deselect that one as well. So over on the left, we see this bracketed 4, and there's 5 around it. So we know the 3, kind of towards the center of that, will have to be blue, because it will either be this one making the 4 or this one making the 4. Now for this bracketed 3, we have 2 out of our 3, so we know the next one will either be the one on the top or the bottom, so we can eliminate these outside 2. And for this 2, we only have 2 next to it. We can mark both those as blue, which also solves for our 3. And for this bracketed 2, we know the center one will be shared no matter which combo, so we can mark that as blue. Then for this dash 2, we know that the next one can't be connected to this one, so we can eliminate both of these and then select that to solve the dash 2. Now we can look at this row for the bracketed 2. We already have 1, so we know this one will be our blue, and we can eliminate these 2 down here. Alright, so down the bottom right here, if we look at this 1 and this 4, so for this one we know only one of these 2 can be blue for this 1 to work. So for this 4 to work, we have 1, 2, one of these will be our 3rd, so this would have to be our 4th, so we can mark that off as blue. And we can also look at this row of 7 here. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, so we can mark the rest of these as blue, which helps us solve for this one, kind of finishing off that bottom right portion there. Let's look up at the top here. So for this column of 3, we have our 3 now, so we can eliminate the rest in that column. For this 2, there's only 2 next to it. Dash 2, we know the outsides will have to be blue, center will be eliminated. And for this 3, we have 1, 2, 3. Alright, so we can deselect our 3 here. We can go down here and deselect our 7. Now let's look at our 7 here. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And we know our 7th will have to be one of these 2 for this 3 to work, so we can eliminate this one. For our 4, they have to be connected. We have 1, 2, 3, 4. We've now solved for our 3 there. We can eliminate this one. Go ahead and deselect our 7 up here. For this 3, we have 1, 2, 3. So now we solve for that bottom left hand area. Let's look at our 8 here, see if we have enough info to finish this off. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So not quite. Come back to that one. Alright, so if we look at this column of 6, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We can eliminate these last 2. We now have our 4 around our 4. Can finish off that 5 there. We have our 3 there. 1, 2, 3. So that kind of solves our top right area. Let's take a look at the 7. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 blues. We can eliminate this one here, which helps us kind of finish off that middle area. And we can take a look at this 4 here. We have 1, 2, 3, 4. Go ahead and deselect that. Now let's look at our column of 4 here. We have our 4 selected now, so we can eliminate the top and the bottom there. For this dash 2, there has to be a space, so we'll put it in the middle. And for this 5, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 around it now, so we can mark all those as blue. Go ahead and deselect our 4 there. If we look at this row of 6, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 blues, so we can eliminate this one. And we'll go ahead and deselect our 6 here. Let's look at our row 7 here. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we know that has to be blue. We'll go ahead and deselect our 7. Going back down here to this 2, there's only 2 next to it, so we have 1, 2, which also solves for that 2. For the bracketed 2, they have to be connected, so it'll be 1, 2. For this 2, there's only 2 next to it. For the bracketed 3, they have to be connected, so we have 1, 2, 3. For that 2, there's only 2 there. So we solve for the bottom portion. Let's look at our column of 4 here. We have 1, 2, 3, 4. Go ahead and deselect that. And let's look at our column of 5. We have 1, 2, 3, 4. So we know our 5th is this one, solving for our 4. That's how you get it perfect. If you have any questions, feel free to leave me a comment. I'd be happy to answer any questions you have. And if you like this video, please like and subscribe. I really appreciate that.